Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. What's going on with the chat?
Nicholas or Pixie thinks that we are talking to somebody.
Yeah.
You gotta turn that off.
All right. So what's going on with the chat? How come we can't see anything? Anybody there? Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your. If you're on the live, just go ahead and say hello in the chat. Yes. There we go.
Hi, guys.
I think we're working on quite the delay.
Yes. Hello, Derek and Autumn and Jessica and Andy and Ann and Max. Thank y'all for coming on tonight.
Yeah. What's up, everyone? Kenny Walker, Duke Lane. Hello. Hello. You guys can hear us okay? Give us a thumbs up.
Sorry,
Jinx. Double jinx.
In the old days, we would say, Jinx, you owe me a soda.
Yep. Oh, goodness.
All right. It looks like my chat's working.
All right.
Hello, Susan. New Hampshire. I love New Hampshire.
Hello from New Hampshire. Nice. How's the Ford been? Oh, it's been great. It's been amazing.
We were actually talking the other day.
Where do we go from here?
Like what would the next thing be if we were to get another vehicle? And I was like, honestly, even if he wants to get like a 550 or what's the sports chassis or whatever that he likes to look at, I was like, I think I'll still drive the Ford F450 because I just love it.
I mean, 550, 650. Just saying.
Get a Class A and tow the 450 behind it.
Put a 650 in front of the Class A and tow you around.
Oh, Josh is from Canada. I didn't realize that. Hello from Canada.
Well, hello from Florida.
Yes, hello from Florida. Hi, Dwight. Kansas City in the house. Roundless Adventures.
Can you all hear us? Just
Rebound Adventures. No, I can't read that one.
If somebody could give me a thumbs up or some indication that you're hearing us, that would be great.
Chase and fun.
Yes. All right.
Good luck with going full time next year.
Sweet.
That's awesome. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. He's talking.
Hello from Florida.
Derek and Autumn, so they can hear us loud and clear.
When are you guys coming to Canada? Oh, man, we have tried for 2 years to get to Canada.
We keep trying, and we're going to talk about our travel plans a little bit in a little bit. But every single time we plan to go to Canada, something ends up happening, and we end up diverting and coming back down to the southeast side of America.
We were going to go last year, and the wildfires kept us from heading up into. We were headed to Banff and Jasper.
Yep.
That's when the fires hit, and decided not to. Houston here. How's the 48 volt doing? We're going to talk about that battery system in a little while.
Cape Coral.
We're definitely going to talk about it.
Far away.
Yeah.
Houston.
All right. Let me.
Harold's got to figure out how to turn off his vibration on his text messages because they just keep coming in.
Lots of notifications coming in. Hello from Arkansas. We can hear you loud and clear. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here.
I know this was an impromptu live. Sorry about that.
Yep.
We've had a lot going on, and Harold did not have the time to do a video this week. So we were either going to not post or come live.
Yeah.
And so we figured, why not come and spend some time with you guys?
And guess what? We haven't done a live stream in 10 months. 10 months since our last live stream.
It's been so long.
It's been so long. Very cool. All right.
So let me ask you guys, since there looks like there's 28 of you in the house right now. Let me ask, do you guys like it when YouTubers go live, and how often would you prefer to see it? Good question. Good question. Because it's been 10 months for us, and I know others have never gone live, and I know some that go live weekly. So, how often is too much for you guys, and would you prefer to see us live more?
Yeah, good question. Hugs from Cheese and Nancy. Hi, Cheese and Nancy.
I know the chat's on a little bit of a delay too.
Yeah. Oh, scooch that way just a little bit. I want you guys to see this cool. I got this new monitor that kind of just folds out like this, and it folds into 2 monitors, and you can expand the screen all the way across. It's pretty sweet.
It's supposed to be in a video coming up soon, but we haven't really recorded it yet. So.
I just see it in the background there, and I've just really enjoyed using it.
Yeah, so he has his computer actually below it right there, and then I got him this keyboard so he didn't have to have his computer open.
Yeah.
And then he uses a regular mouse. So. Yeah.
I like it. We're learning daily, so a monthly would be awesome, but quarterly would probably have more intel. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know that we're interesting enough to go every month.
We don't have enough updates to do monthly.
Just to be honest. Quarterly.
Our life isn't as exciting as it once was.
Well, I mean, this winter has been work. Like we've been in Florida pretty much all winter, and we have done very little exploring.
It has been a year since we've gotten our paddle boards out.
Yeah.
So that tells you how boring our life is right now, because we haven't even gotten to do that.
Nope.
Which is something we both love. So.
Yeah, it has been a crazy year for us.
Yeah.
Lots of changes this year, or in 2024 and going into 2025. So we're hanging in there. But yeah, quarterly might be fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can try to do that.
How's the 48 volt holding up? I've got that on my list. We're going to talk about that in a little while. It's doing good, but I've got more to tell you.
We got to do some tweaks.
Susan Walker says, I like the live streams.
Cool. I like going live. The problem with live streams is we can't hear you guys coming back at us, so it's not like it's a one-way conversation.
I was just going to say that. Like, all I'm doing, I see you in the chat, and it's great that you guys are here, but I'm talking to this little green dot that's on the top of the screen right now.
Yeah.
And
so as long as the chat stays engaging and we have something to talk about, it's great. Yeah. If no one was here, then not so great. Which is funny, because it's like when we schedule a live, it's like, is anybody going to actually show up? So, because we don't know what y'all's schedule are. Some people might watch YouTube at 5 p.m. Some might not watch it until midnight.
Right.
So we don't know who's available when we hit the schedule button. So we're just hoping that someone is interested enough to join us. So
yeah, give us info about the gathering in November, please. Oh yes. Let's. I'm going to add that to my list there, because that wasn't on my list.
Well,
Jeez.
We got a little bit. It's on there a little bit. But.
Yeah. Thank you. Is the 48 volt worth it over the 24 volt? I've never used 24 volt system. I went straight from 12 to 48. So I can't speak about the 24, but I can tell you a little bit about how the 48 is going.
Yeah. So it looks like we're getting a few more people on there. So you want to get this started?
Yeah.
You're going to keep saying hi to everybody.
I mean, there's some more question. I believe going live should be something you decide. I am sure that be fine with whatever you decide. Thank you. And we're going to begin our filming and editing at our 365 till
full time.
Yeah, a newbie veteran collab would be fun. Sounds fun. Hey guys, y'all do great videos. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Put a lot of time in this. It's always great to hear feedback that you're enjoying them. All right. Well, it's been 10 months since we've been on here on the live on the tube, and
it's been a long time. I feel like it's been longer than 10 months. So I guess you went back and looked, huh?
Yeah.
So
we do. I think we do more. We do video chats with our members on Patreon.
On Patreon, we do Zooms. Once a month.
Yeah, so those are where we've been focusing on, but I think we could do some live streams.
I think we want to start doing lives more one-on-one, and I think I want to do a all members inclusive Zoom, which might be a little hectic, but I think I want to, so I can just chat.
Look who's in the house. JD.
We got JD, and Neil and Cheryl is on here too.
Yeah.
I'm sure Cassie is listening in if JD's not at work.
Mm-hmm.
And if
Well-
he is at work, don't get caught.
On the clock, aren't you? All right, so we're doing a gathering in November,
Yes.
and the event is live on Eventbrite, and what that is essentially a weekend at Tolona Ridge RV Resort in LJ, Georgia.
Yes, we did our first one this past November.
Oh, and we loved it.
Absolutely loved it.
We signed up for our second one before we left the
Yes.
first one. So
There now the finalizations of that event is still in the works. So not all the information is out there yet.
Yep.
But the tickets are on sale on
Yep.
Eventbrite right now, and that includes the ticket price.
yeah, that's your site, that's your food, that's your
Well, food minus the potluck.
Yeah.
We normally do a
that's
potluck.
that's all the food that we're providing. That's all the plates, utensils, all that other little stuff
Yeah.
that we provide. And we have some really cool giveaways at that. Last year we gave away an RV mattress. Signature Solar was there that sponsored the event. They gave away a battery generator, which was really cool of them. This year we're gonna
they did a seminar.
Yeah, they did the
too.
seminar, which we'll probably do again this year. And they gave away. So we're gonna do some more giveaways this year.
Tolona giveaway, some free nights.
Yeah.
Stay.
Yeah, if you like Tolona Ridge, if you've ever been there, amazing place. We love it. We love the people there.
Yep.
They did a couple, like a 3-night giveaway, a 2-night giveaway. So we'll probably be doing something like that with them again.
Yeah, and then we just had fire pits, and everybody sat around with their chairs and actually chat, and we didn't do anything off site because we wanted to utilize the space at Tolona and what Tolona had to offer. By that next event, the new pool and the new clubhouse should be open. Yeah. Actually, we're hoping that it will be open earlier than that, but we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah,
and then. But yeah, it was just a good time for everybody to get together and hang out.
Definitely worth it. We really enjoyed ourselves. Trivia night was fun. It was fun mixing people up because everybody kind of knows. People come with other people and they kind of know each other.
Certain people, and you always.
We made them draw numbers, and they had to sit at the table. So
you kind of flock to your people when you come into a room full of a lot of people, and that's normal behavior. So Harold decided he wanted people to sit with.
Meet someone new.
Someone they didn't know.
Yeah, which was fun. Mason's still awake. We're explaining lives in the chat to him. Can you blow his mind and say hi to Mason?
Hello, Mason.
Hi, Mason.
I hope you had a good weekend.
Yeah, and let's not leave out Derek. Hi, Derek. I don't want him to feel bad.
You're so funny.
Oh, man. All right. But yeah, so that's Tolona Ridge. We're gonna, like I said, we'll be doing some fun stuff, and we like hanging out with everybody. So it is limited. It's only 30 spots. I think we've already sold 6 of them, and that was just to the people that had already come. So
yeah, we did a little bit of a pre-sale to people that were already there.
Probably 23 spots left. So if you're interested, let us know.
And then with that, we will be going back to Tolona. Late in
May?
2 months in May. Once we're there, we'll try to finalize some of the other things that we're going to be doing and all of that. So we'll get more of an updated list on Eventbrite of what to expect.
Yeah. All right. Get travel plans for 2025.
That's a doozy.
What do you got planned for us?
We have a lot going on, guys. I don't know if y'all know, but so I work full time. I do bookkeeping and accounting and HR work for 6 different companies. And then Harold does, helps with YouTube on the side.
I'm arm candy.
He is my arm candy. But he helps with YouTube on the side for another business and does our YouTube. And then lately he has actually started standing up a different form of bookkeeping. So he has been working really hard on that. And then we're going to be combining what I'm already doing versus what he's starting and creating a whole new company with that. So it's been a challenging couple of weeks getting all of the LLC things finalized. And he actually just got a letter from Florida.
Finally got our our business registered with Florida.
Yeah,
And
so we got the approval for that, and so tomorrow he can actually apply for the federal ID number.
Yep.
So that we can be
Insurance,
legit and
all
then
that other good
get
stuff.
all the other good stuff. So that's pretty cool. But with that, we haven't had a lot of time to plan. So we've just sort of put the big bucket items on our map right now. And to start off, we're going to Pensacola for the Let's Drink More Journey huddle.
Milton, and then we'll be in Pensacola.
That's in Milton, so that's on it's a little bit farther east than Pensacola.
Yeah.
But then Michaela is moving out of college, so we're jumping over to Pensacola since we're going to be right there anyways, and helping her move out.
She's like 2 months away from being a junior in college.
It's mind blowing.
What?
It's going so fast.
So nuts. Yeah, so we'll be there in Pensacola. We're gonna help her move out of school. And then after Pensacola, we head to Tolona Ridge for 2 weeks. We're going to do some more planning with those guys and just kind of figure out the logistics. From there, we go to South Carolina, where our son, Nick, will be graduating high school.
Because he is a senior, if y'all can believe it.
What?
So he is graduating from Whitmore, the same as Michaela. But Michaela's graduation, if anybody has watched those videos, Michaela graduated in West Virginia because that's where the school was actually founded and started. But they outgrew their facility, so now they're going to be graduating in Irmo, South Carolina. So we're going to be going there. We have a week booked, I think, in that area just so that we can be there for graduation. And then we jump to North Carolina.
Time flies by, so you're not kidding.
Because we're just going to go up the East Coast.
Yep. North Carolina, I'm gonna pause Virginia.
I'm going to pause really quick. You need to read Autumn's message.
That backfired. He thought we could see him. See you.
So for those of you who don't know,
Derek, we see you.
For those of you who don't know, Mason is they're Raising Wild Berries' son, and we said hi to him, so he thought we could see him.
That's fine,
because he could see us. That's cute.
I bet Derek's just as freaked out. Autumn just didn't want to tell us.
Yeah. So we're going to be going up the East Coast from South Carolina. We're going to go into North Carolina for, I think, another week.
And then Virginia.
And then Virginia to see my family and to explore some of the East Coast side of Virginia a little bit.
But while we're in Virginia, we have a couple of things that are happening.
We do. What's happening?
Our son is taking an international trip with some friends.
Yes.
So it's kind of like a senior year.
Senior trip.
Or graduation trip.
Yep. So he is actually one of his friends invited him to go along overseas, and so he just has to pay for his plane ticket. So he did that with his savings account.
Hi from Maine. Hello.
He will be going over with them.
He's going to the Azores. This kid gets to go to the Azores. Like, I'm going to be in Virginia.
Don't be jealous. So it's going to be fun for him. I'm looking forward to hearing all about it. And he leaves from the Richmond International Airport. And then that's actually where he'll be. And then he goes from there to Boston to the Azores.
Yeah.
But it's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun. And then after that, we are going on a cruise.
Yes, we are going on a cruise.
We are going on a cruise to Alaska. It's how long are we going to be going in Alaska? So we fly to Seattle.
So the cruise is from August 1st to August 8th.
Okay.
Yeah, August 1st to August 8th. And we have to get to Seattle before the cruise.
Yeah.
So I think we're getting to Seattle like July 12th, 28th, 29th, 30th, something like that. We haven't booked that flight yet, so I don't really know. Whatever the flight is, that's in that week. And then where do we go from there?
Well, we go to Alaska.
Well, yes. I'm talking about the ports. I'm trying to think.
I have no idea.
I just went over that.
Juneau is one of those.
Yeah, Juneau. I think I have a picture of it.
So we're getting on a boat and we're going to Alaska. we've always wanted to go to Alaska, but we don't know exactly where we're going because we didn't book the cruise, so we don't know all the details.
So our friends booked the cruise for us.
So we will we're just gonna get on the boat and we're gonna enjoy our time, and that's all that really matters, is that we get to hang out with our friends and enjoy the time together.
Hold on.
But no, we're not going with any other YouTubers or anything like that. I know there's a couple other cruises that are happening this year from other YouTube channels, but we
would have loved to have went with the other ones because we actually have friends that are going on 2 of them. But because of how busy we've been and knowing that this other cruise was coming up there, and then Nick flying out and all of that, there was no way we could go on a cruise at the same time.
we're going on
Royal Caribbean, and then
cruise line.
Let me see my itinerary.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Here somewhere.
It's Seattle.
Here it is.
Alaska.
So it'd be Juneau,
Victoria.
Skagway, the glaciers, Victoria, and then back to Seattle with 2 days at sea. So we come out on the 1st, and then we go back to port on the 8th.
All right, so there you go. I had no idea. I still couldn't tell you.
I didn't know either, so I had to look. But so, and then we have to fly back.
$20 says Ketchikan is a stop. Nope. Here. Juneau, Skagway.
Hold on.
Glacier.
I don't know if y'all can see that.
Yeah. Those are our stops.
That's our itinerary.
I will be on the NCL Alaska cruise leaving Seattle on 8/2. Oh, wow.
Oh, man.
I mean, we'll probably be in the same.
We might be at the same ports.
Area. I mean, we'll both be in Seattle.
Same ports. Might be different timings, though.
Yeah.
Because this gives us a rough time, but it says that it can change without notice. So.
Yeah, we leave on the 1st, right?
Yep. We leave on the 1st.
We leave on the 1st, so we'll be in Seattle at the same time.
Yeah. So we have to get to Seattle, which we haven't booked that yet. I know I'm falling behind, but like I said, we've had a lot going on. So
after that, we get back to the East Coast, and then we're gonna try to go to the Grand Design National Rally.
Well, you skipped a part.
Oh, what did I skip?
Taking Nick to college.
Oh yeah, that. Taking Nick and Michaela back to college. So at some point we got to throw a Pensacola trip in there.
Yeah, because Nicholas got into Pensacola with Michaela, and then we'll be moving them back her back into a dorm, but then moving him in for the first time. So we could, just let them fly back down there together and, do all the things. But it's his first time we want to be there. So we have to make our way back down to Pensacola.
Yes. And then from Pensacola back to wherever our rig is, because we're not taking the rig. And
the rig to
Indiana. Elkhart.
If we can get into
the National Rally. I don't know if you guys have seen. I've seen a couple people say they're going to go to the Owners Rally, but I don't know if you saw the announcement where they're going from like 600 spots to 200 spots or something. So they're cutting it by like a third, which is just insane.
But the tickets normally go on sale the 1st of April, and they pushed it back to May because they're trying to open up more spaces.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, see how it goes.
We are gonna do our best to try to get into it. I don't know. It's not. We don't have like a person we can contact or anything like that. We got to buy tickets just like everybody else.
We just go onto the website and hit the submit button like everybody else does.
Keep refreshing the browser trying to get in with 4 computers in front of you.
Oh, Ken and Joe's on. Hi guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's going to be a busy year. And then from the Grand Design Rally, depending on if we get in or not, we'll determine if we get to go to the Hershey show, because that's been on our list for 4 years and we've yet to make it.
Yeah, we haven't been. What type of RV YouTubers are we? We've never been to the Hershey RV show.
Oh, Alyssa's on. Hello, Alyssa.
I needed to see your beautiful face, Cindy. What about mine? I'm here too.
We need a call soon. We haven't chatted in a while.
Yeah.
She said, "Yeah."
Rude.
So funny.
And then I think we're gonna try to go up into like upstate New York a little bit or something. And
Yes. Yes, if we get into the owners rally, we need to go visit your uncle in New York, and then you have an uncle in Michigan, and then
Gotta get some family time in,
always
and maybe take a little detour up into Canada.
yeah, if we can, that'd be great. I mean, we're gonna be right there at Niagara Falls, so you can go over to the Canadian side and see the falls from that direction. I hear they're better that side.
Last time we went to Niagara Falls, we didn't have our passports, so
no.
This time we can actually go across.
Go see it.
Go across the bridge, not just stare at it.
Yeah, it used to be easier to go to the Canadian side of the falls,
for sure.
A long time ago, but now we haven't been. Well, you haven't been since you were like a teenager.
What?
To the
Canada side? Yeah, because you didn't have to have that. Yeah. So every summer I'd go to Michigan and we'd go visit my uncle in New York. And it's much easier just to go from Michigan into Canada and across right there at Niagara, because they lived in Rochester. So now you got to go all the way back down around Lake Erie.
Go around through the.
Yep. Try to stay at 4 Miles Creek State Park. It's beautiful. We have a hard time with state parks.
Okay, we'll look it up and see if it's big enough for us. There's only one state park in Virginia we've been able to stay at, and then
we drive this apartment complex around, and it doesn't go to state parks very easily. But we can try. There's been a few.
Yeah, we'll definitely check it out.
Yeah. And then that's it. That's really it. And then we'll probably be.
I say that's our like big travel plan areas. What we do in between, I don't know.
But I think we forgot to say something when we said, like, we dropped Nick and Michaela off, and that's the first time we're empty nesters.
Not completely empty. We do have 3 dogs.
Yeah, we're gonna be empty nesters. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be, I'm looking forward to the experience, but I'm also not looking forward to the experience.
It's gonna be really weird.
It is. You're stuck with just me, and I feel sorry for you.
Y'all can send some prayers my way.
Yep.
Oh no, but for real, like it's
Ow.
I can poke back. But no, for real, it's gonna be really weird to not have him with us. He's been a really big part of our travels and helping you out during travel days and everything else. Is gonna be a huge change.
We're gonna miss the little tyke.
Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you, Derek and Autumn, sending me prayers.
But the prayers are for me.
They're definitely for me.
You're home alone, renewed honeymoon time.
Thanks, Darlene. Don't put that in his head. He doesn't need any of that.
Yeah. All right. Next topic.
Yes, please. Battery system.
Battery system. So I don't know if you guys seen, we put good question. How's the EG4 holding up? We put out a couple videos recently of like unboxing and upgrading the RV system from our 12-volt Victron system to a 48-volt EG4 system.
And I will say, I absolutely love those 48-volt batteries.
Oh, the batteries are amazing. I feel like it's just way more efficient. Like, it just does not.
Yeah, they're the same weight as the 12 volts.
They don't drain as fast.
But they don't drain as fast.
At least it seems that way. We're still in the honeymoon phase, so I don't know.
Yeah, we'll do some more testing with them. But looking at the way that it goes, so when we go down the road, we like to run at least one AC about an hour before we get to a campground. And if it's super hot, like when it's 86 to 90 out, I try to run 2, alternating them just to make sure that the rig's not 100 degrees when we get there, because it is, big and black and it sucks in all the heat. So I try to run the 1 AC for at least an hour, but I'll kick on the second one the closer we get to the campground. And originally the 12-volt batteries do wonderful, but it's like it will tell you 4 hours and you'll hit your max or whatever. Well, this one doesn't like for the batteries to get below like 80%. So if it starts getting below 80%, he starts freaking out a little bit just because he doesn't like to test them.
No, because I know what happens if they drain.
I like to test them.
Guess who gets to like try to revive them?
True, but we have solar for that. So I'm like, it's solar's coming in, batteries are gonna be fine, whatever. But anyway, so the last travel day was about an hour and a half to get here.
Yeah.
And the solar was bringing in just as much as it was being used.
That's how much solar was coming in out of 2,400 watts of panels on a cloudy day. That's how much the ACs were using, and it was still charging the batteries by 200 watts. So it was like, eventually what ended up happening was the batteries just went to
float,
like basically just started rusting, and they weren't even pushing a charge into them. So I was only drawing enough solar just to keep the AC running and the 12 volt components. So I'll say, like, it was pulling in some solar, and I don't know if that's because of the all-in-one unit. I mean, it obviously has less connections, and then or if it's a byproduct of being 48 volts.
Yeah.
So it could be a little of both. But it's holding up really well. There's some limitations though that we've learned about.
Yeah, and we're chatting with Signature Solar about the limitations, and they are in contact with EG4.
Yeah.
Because that all-in-one system is amazing. Sorry, we have a goose.
Our dog decides to get behind us and cough.
Well, she has the clapstrachea, so she can't control it, but she's under us. So if y'all hear her goosing, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so there's some limitations, and the limitations that we've learned so far, one being it's an always-on inverter.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like when you're plugged up to 50 amp and there's a shore power supplying power that it just is a pass-through. It's not. You are limited to the output of each leg, even with shore power. So that's a limitation. The other limitation is we haven't quite figured out how to make it flip back and forth between a 50 amp and taking a 120, like a single phase 30 amp.
Yeah.
It won't flip over for us. And so we're working with them to try to figure out what's going on there, because it does say that it accepts 120, but I think it's like an either or thing.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's okay. It's not going to accept, I don't want to get too nerdy here, but when you put a dongle on there on a 30 amp and it splits it down the two lines so that both sides of your panel have power, it's not going to accept that right now. So
yeah, and we don't know if that's a firmware update or if it's something that needs to be done on the computer side, because everything's on the website or on the login page for your inverter. So we're still talking with them about those types of limitations, but that's why we were trying it, because we're being the guinea pigs for that system. So we're trying it, testing it out, figuring out what works, what doesn't, and giving feedback. So right now
it's a learning experience.
It definitely was a lot less weight in the bay.
Yeah. Well, and I took
a lot less wires,
200 connections, and dwindled it down to like 3 wires.
Yeah. So it was a huge difference as far as that part goes. And then like to be able to, look in there and only have this one box versus 7. And
it costs about the same as one Victron inverter.
Yeah. So it's cost effective too.
Yeah, so, but now there's some pros to Victron. Victron has its place. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's a very, very good piece of equipment.
Well, Victron's done really well for the RV world. So.
You can start as small as you want and expand, as you go. It's not, you don't have to invest all at one time.
Yeah.
Because they come in different components. So, and there's some redundancy. So if you think about a downside with that all-in-one is if that thing goes down, I lose my solar, I lose the ability to pull in shore power, ability to use my generator. Like, it all goes away if that one piece of equipment goes down.
Yeah.
So there's some upsides and downsides to having an all-in-one.
Well, I think there's pros and cons for any piece of equipment we buy or use. It's just figuring out what's best for you and how to use it.
Yeah.
But for this particular piece of equipment, we're still testing it. So far, it did really well, plugged into 50 amp at our friend's house when we were mooch talking, and then it's done really well at this campground, plugged into 50 amp. We just haven't gotten to play with it very much other than that. So
yeah, that's pretty much it on the system. I mean, it's been fine, even with the limitations that we've had so far. We've been okay.
Oh, someone asked what's our time frame for going to Richmond.
I think it's mid-June into like mid-July.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
we'll be there for July 4th. I know that.
I know we'll be there for July 4th and the few weeks leading up to that. I don't know what date we actually get to Richmond.
June 20th or something like that. It's like mid-June. But yeah, we'll be, and we're staying in Williamsburg, so we won't be in the Richmond area the whole time. We'll be in Williamsburg for the duration, but coming to Richmond because that's where our family lives.
Yep. So we're going to visit our family, visit a couple of the businesses I do bookkeeping for.
And we have some friends traveling with us who have never been. So we're going to kind of show them our hometown. Show
them around. I would like to take them to Jamestown and Yorktown and
Williamsburg,
the farmers markets and all the things. So be a good time.
Yeah. No, we hope it's fun. I hope to take your comments and make some changes specific to an RV.
Me too.
I'll tell you what, like, it's got me wanting to like buy pieces and just try to make one on my own. There is a solution there. There's everything you need is on the market right now, just in different components.
Yeah.
It's figuring out how to make an all-in-one that is specific for an RV that takes the 50 amp split phase, but will also take a single leg or like be able to go back and forth.
Most of these things are designed to be in tiny homes. And so with tiny homes,
they're backups. They're off-road.
It's just a backup. So you don't need, like, it's not designed to do the split phase, the split phases.
Well, yeah, no, it's designed for split phase, but it's not designed when you put it in a house. It's not like you're changing the pedestal.
Right.
That's all the time.
Like you program it one way.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
It's not, it's always got a consistent power source.
Yeah. And so I think that's where the hiccup is with, taking something that's designed for a tiny home and bringing it to the RV world. It's okay, baby.
Sorry.
They don't understand the RV space, and then that's not what it was designed to do. So then you give them the feedback. So we're hoping that they'll listen and make some changes and make it where it's RV friendly and it can be switched and all the things. Yeah. So
yeah, the trick would be with Victron, when it switches, like, it only goes to one leg of power, and especially if you're in split phase, and figuring out how to like program that stuff. I think there's a blend there. And who knows, Victron might have some patents on these things where they can't use that technology.
That's true.
But we're giving them the feedback as much as we can, and then we're going, hopefully they'll make some changes.
Yep.
We will be in my hometown, Princeton, West Virginia, in the first week of June. Awesome.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I know we're going to be in North Carolina leading up to our trip to Virginia, but we haven't finished booking all the weeks. We have gaps everywhere, so
yeah,
nothing's set in stone right now.
Nope.
So
I'll say there's going to be some more videos coming out on our system in the future, probably a couple of them, because I mean we live, we learn, we make changes.
Yeah,
that's one thing I like to do. I like to tinker. And
he should be Tinkerbell.
Really? And
it's a Tinker Fair.
Derek's not going to let that go now if he's still watching.
Derek, full ammo.
Hello from Michigan. That's the place we haven't been back in a while. Like, Michigan has a special place in our hearts. And don't give me names. Michigan has a very special place for us, and we absolutely love it up there, especially in the northwest side of the state and the UP and stuff like that. So we absolutely love it. We'd love to get back there at some point.
Darlene said nothing's set in stone with an RV. That's absolutely 100% correct.
Yep. Did you consider building your own battery system like a DIY box? The thought has crossed my mind. I would absolutely love to. And the problem is that I live in an RV and I don't have anywhere to like.
We don't have anywhere for us to live while he's tinkering.
Like, it's not like I have a garage or a shed I can walk out to and just keep, when I'm done for the day, just kind of leave everything aside and
Yeah.
But no, I have.
Well, like the other day, he was working on it, and then all of a sudden the wind picked up and the storm came. So it's just
Like, you're done.
You're done for the day.
Yep. Yes. The short answer is yes. I would absolutely love to build my own system and hook it up to some EG4 batteries, because we do love the batteries.
Yeah, the batteries are amazing. If y'all are looking for good batteries, like by far the 12 volts were great, the 48 volts were great. I don't know anything about the 24 volt, but both of those other two have been wonderful.
For the amount of amp hours you get per dollar and the amount of amp hours you get per pound, that's kind of how I look at it. It beats a lot of other competitors.
And the thing is like for being a server rack, you don't want them stacked on top of each other, bouncing going down the road, because it can mess something up, just because it's not designed to do that. So we set ours up sideways so that they're not bouncing, and then he built a frame around them. So if you don't have the space to do that for 4, like you could totally do 2. We do recommend doing 2 to begin with, and then you can add to them after that. Our system, the way that we had it set up originally, didn't want to work with just one. It was like not reading it correctly with the Victron components. So we had to go with 2. And then we decided to just go with 4.
How much total weight do you think you saved in the new system? Well, the new inverter weighs about a little bit more than one Victron Multiplus 2. So I would say I saved at least the weight of one Multiplus 2, 2 charge controllers, and a lot of copper.
Yeah, and the Lynx distributor.
And one of the Lynx distributors, because I only need one now.
Yep. We were actually going to weigh them.
Lot of copper.
We have the box of wires still, and so I told him we should he should get on the scale and weigh himself, and then I hand him the box and see what the scale changes to, just to see how much copper went away. Which of course we added some more wire to put in the new one, but they at least tell you how much we took out.
I've been using the EG4 charge inverter along with my Victron system. Would be a great addition for you and your 120 amp. My primary use plays better than a small portable. Yes, I agree. Here's the thing. We talked about that, and what I'm trying to do is create something as simple as possible so that everybody that watches the video, if they want to attempt it, they can do it too. What we started getting into was like,
it becomes too complex.
We'll need a piece of equipment for this thing to solve this. We'll need a piece of equipment to solve this. And it just, because there's some limitations there right now, like we would have to add the charge inverter, but the charge inverter isn't going to be plugged in through my 50 amp. So what am I going to do? I'm going to have to run another cord out, or like some type of extension cord to the pedestal. You're always running on batteries at that point, and that's just keeping your batteries topped off while you run on batteries with your solar while you're sitting in a part. The charge inverter absolutely should be built in. I agree. That's some of the feedback we gave them. Was that piece of equipment already exists, that technology already exists. Make the box a little bit bigger and put it into the inverter, the all-in-one, and like that would be great. That would solve one thing.
Yep, it's all a big piece of it.
Yep. So that's the only reason I don't want to do the charge inverter. It's just because I don't want to have to figure out how to plug it in differently than my normal 50 amp cable. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Or get cleaner and power out of the Jennies. Yes, and the way you do that, right, you have clean power up to about 60%, I think is what it is, 60% of the max. So I would need like a 10,000 watt generator in order to do that. So it's it's going good, but we definitely have some learnings from that.
Yeah.
In other news, we have another system.
I was looking at the weights.
Oh, the weights, yeah.
Yep.
And to give you an idea, the EG4 6000 XP, I think it weighs like 57 pounds.
The Victron weighs 42.
42. Okay, so it's
for one.
It's like an inverter. It's a little more than one multi-plus inverter.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, we have some more videos that are going to be coming out and giving out some more announcements in the future. So
Yes.
yeah, so we're looking forward to that stuff too.
Our VIP members got our announcement this Tuesday on our Zoom call, but everybody else will get it in a few weeks when we release the video.
Yeah, we're super excited about that one, and I'll give you a hint: it does not have anything to do with our RV power system.
For those of you who are getting sick of the RV tips
seeing my DIY stuff, Harold, what's Harold doing today?
No, we're not getting a new truck.
No new truck or RV.
No,
I've got too much work and effort in this momentum at this point.
It's not going nowhere.
It's not going anywhere. If we ever got a new RV, it would only be if we could park this one and use it too.
Yeah. Neil and Cheryl are going to the Balloon Festival in North Carolina.
Oh, right before the Tulone event.
Awesome.
That would be awesome.
Can you send me some information?
Yeah, we're going to have to look on that one.
I'm going to have to look that up.
I'm going to write it down right now.
We like balloon festivals in North Carolina.
And see. All right.
Yes, Alyssa, you can come visit.
That does sound fun.
But yeah, so that is piece of announcement is coming soon. We are parked and need to go do some recording for it. This week coming is my payroll week, so which means I have to run payroll for the other companies that I do bookkeeping for. So we need to go out and actually do some recording in my spare time, so that he can release it in a video. So if we get that done this week, then the video will come out this Sunday or next Sunday. And if we don't get it done before that, then it'll come out the week after.
Will the Ford generator work with EG4? It's not going to work at the moment.
Yeah, because right now it's only working on 50 amp, and the Ford generator is not 50 amp.
That's one of the things that I wanted to do. I want to plug it into the truck and be able to charge my batteries if I need to.
We would love to actually be able to get rid of the Momentum's generator since we have the Ford generator. So that was one of our main goals, was to be able to get a system in place that if we happen just to need to top off our batteries because it was a rainy, dry, dreary day, we could just plug it into the truck.
Right.
So that's our end goal, is to be as less weight as possible and energy efficient as possible, so that we can travel and not worry about plugging in everywhere we go. That's
why I'm considering the Quattro. Yeah, the Quattros are nice.
Yeah.
It's another Victronic. I thought about the Quattro. At the end of the day, I like the way I have my system set up. The reason I went with the Multi-Plus is they're so much thinner. The Quattros are bigger. I know they make some that look like the Multi-Plus now, though. But yeah.
Yep. So doing all the research and figuring out, what's can be used for what and how much and all the things is his job. My job is to ask the questions that he's not thinking of to help solve problems.
Forward power boost powers my RV. Disadvantage: I still need my after to tow the RV. Yeah. I mean, it's not a matter of whether or not the generator will do it on the truck. The truck will do it. It's just the EG4, the 6000 XP, the way it's programmed right now. I can't plug in with an adapter and get it to run or take a charge. We were able to use a generator on the truck to run a saw, though, when we rebuilt the bed frame and stuff. We've used it for tools and stuff. It's actually really cool. A couple things. Yeah. And then, of course, the plugs on the inside of the cab going down the road runs my mini dishy. Yeah, mini dishy hangs out in the and then my dashboard. Computer, so I can work while we go down the road. So. Well, cool. That's all the updates we had for tonight. Any other questions you guys have? I know we got. As far as location goes, we are in Florida until May 5th, May 7th. May the 4th be with you. Yeah, through May the 4th. Because we're moving Michaela out of her dorm come May. And then keep her in your prayers for her final exams
because I know she'll be stressed about those when they come. Today was her last day of spring break, so she'll go back to classes tomorrow.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Cool.
It's been a fun few weeks for her.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with us.
Thank y'all for coming by and hanging out with us.
I enjoy the chats.
Yeah. I enjoy the comments.
Yeah.
If y'all have any suggestions for us for as far as battery system goes, if things that you want to see on the videos, questions you want him to answer, things like that, leave them in the comments of this, or send us an email separately, whatever is easier for you guys to do. We will try to answer them as best we can, and if we don't know the answer, we'll get with Signature Solar to find an answer for you.
If you get into Seattle a day or two early, take in the public market, be safe out there, and thanks for the chat. Oh, absolutely.
That's our plan, Stephanie, is we would like to go to Seattle at least 2 days before our cruise, because I actually have to run payroll for a few companies like the day before our cruise, and so I don't want to travel on that day. So
you need to talk to your friend. Okay. You need to talk to your friend. This Tinkerbell stuff can't.
That's so funny.
What about lithium batteries? Nice seeing you both. If it's on the big screen.
Thank you, Darlene.
Yeah.
Miss you guys. Hope y'all are being safe out there.
So what will happen is we'll post this video. It takes a little while to process, and then it'll post. If you have other questions that we didn't get to, drop them in the comments, and we will do our best to answer them.
Yeah, it will post. Usually, I think 48 hours is when the live goes back to YouTube or something like that. And so I'll keep an eye on all the comments on the video, so that if you guys have any questions, just let us know.
All right. I think that does it.
Thank you all for joining. Bye.